Trees that thrive on fire. The United States Forest Service reports longleaf pine forests of the southern coastal plain are among the most critically endangered ecosystem in the United States, occupying less than 3% of their original extent. From North Carolina to Texas, these majestic trees reach for the sky with grace and beauty. Longleaf pine forest in a fire-dependent ecosystem. This ecosystem was maintained for thousands of years by natural fires. With the South's warm weather, lightning occurs frequently and was the source for fires that shaped the vegetation of the region. For a variety of reasons, fire suppression being one, this ecosystem is vanishing. Today, I will tell you the 3 adaptations the longleaf pine has against fire. 3 animals endangered due to the loss of this forest and what is being done to restore the longleaf pine to the southeastern landscape. First, I would like to discuss the longleaf pine's unique adaptation to fire. Longleaf pine dominated much of the South because it was able to tolerate fire. The longleaf pine stays in a seedling grass stage for 2 to 7 years, resembling a disco ball of green waxy needles. These needles have a high moisture content which cools a fire. Geraldine Watson, a biologist for the Big Thicket National Preserve, explains that fire will stimulate the end of bud at the center of this grassy clump and causes the seedling to shoot upward at a rate 2 to 3 feet each growing season. This fast growth allows the top of the tree to get beyond the reach of a surface fire. The reddish-brown bark is thicker than most trees and insulate the cambium tissue inside the tree. Just as important, without periodic fire, the longleaf pine ecosystem is changing. It's changing to a forest of loblolly, slash, and yaupon that are much less suitable to certain animals. Wildlife depend on this fire-dependent ecosystem are endangered. Mike Sasser, the wildlife coordinator for Alabama's Conservation Department, says there has been a decline with the eastern diamondback rattlesnake and other species associated with the longleaf pine forests. Quail is a ground-dwelling bird which makes its home under the wiregrass of the longleaf pine. Leonard Brennan, professor in quail research at Texas A&M, states, over the past 30 years, bobwhite's population has gone down perhaps 70%. One of the few bird species native to the United States, the red-cockaded woodpecker, has been on the endangered list since the 1970s. The red-cockaded woodpecker excavates a hole in the side of a longleaf pine and makes its home there. The sap of the tree provides safety to the nest with the sticky substance, keeping snakes and other insects away. However, the longleaf pine is not lost. There are efforts underway to save this majestic tree. The United States Forest Service and the United States Department of Defense have recognized the plight of the longleaf pine. On all public land in the southeast, the Forest Service is using prescribed berms to restore the longleaf pine. They are also using tractors and herbicide to remove brush and shrub. Conservation groups have also joined the effort to restore the fire-dependent ecosystem. America's Longleaf Initiative has 20 or more nonprofit agencies in on this fight. They have a 15-year goal to restore longleaf pine to 8 million acres across the southeast. Private landowners have devoted land to the restoration of longleaf pine. Today, I have told you of the demise of the South's longleaf pine forest. I have explained the 3 adaptations this forest has against fire: staying in a seedling grass stage, needles having a high moisture content, and its bark being thicker than most trees, providing insulation from fire. I have also told you about 3 animals in the longleaf pine forest that are struggling due to loss of habitation: the eastern diamondback rattlesnake, the bobwhite quail, and the red-cockaded woodpecker. I have also discussed the ways the longleaf pine ecosystem is restored to the southeast. National Forest Service, the United States Department of Defense, many conservation groups, and private landowners are working to keep their longleaf pine a fixture in the southeastern landscape.